IV piggyback video. So to start, we're going to perform, the first step would be WII. So I'm going to wash my hands. Walk over, I'll wash my hands. Okay. And then I'm going to and that's a trash can. And then we're going to I'm going to introduce myself and provide privacy. Hi, Mr. Sweetheart. I'll be your nurse for today. I'll be your student nurse for today. I just wanted to introduce myself. May I have your name and birthday? Bob, sweetheart. Okay, I will be back in a minute to explain the procedure we're going to be doing today, the medication I'll be giving you and everything, and and do you have any allergies? Okay, just sulfa and shellfish, and have you ever had antibiotics before? Yes, okay. So I will be back to explain in more detail about the side effects and what we're going to be doing today, but I'll be back as soon as possible. I'm just going to set that up for you. Okay, so I've introduced myself to the patient. I've provided privacy. I washed my hands. Later on in the video, I will inform and educate the patient and check IV sites. I already determined if he has allergies, and I'll be going over 6 rates later in the video. So for now, I just want to verify and calculate the drip rate. So I'm just checking the order against the MAR. So we're going to be giving Mr. Sweetheart 75 milliliters an hour of normal saline maintenance fluid in a 500 milliliter bag. And then we're going to be running a piggyback IV, and the medication label is already on, which I will show later in the video. So it's going to be Zolsem, which is an antibiotic. I've already looked that up. It's 3.375 grams per 100 milliliters sodium chloride, and I'm checking that against the MAR. Everything looks good. Later on in the video, I'll check the rips, tears, and everything on the bag, check the expiration date. But for now, so the order says we're going to run the Zolsem over 4 hours, meaning we're going to be doing 25 milliliters an hour to make the 4 hours of the entire 3.37 grams. So that's how I got that calculation. And then we'll just be running what the order says for the normal saline, which is 75 milliliters per hour. So again, it's 25 milliliters per hour to make up the whole 100 milliliters for 4 hours. And then I'll explain in the video in more detail and determine his allergies and his IV site and check everything for redness and make sure he's okay. I've already washed my hands and checked the order in the MAR as previously showed in the video. Hi, my name's Annie. I'll be your student nurse for today. May I have your name and birthday? Okay, Bob, sweetheart, birthday. Do you have any allergies that you know of? Okay, so you're allergic to sulfa and shellfish. Okay, and have you ever had an antibiotic before?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so today I'm going to be giving you Zolsem, which is an antibiotic, and you may experience nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and if you do have any of those symptoms, you need to let us know right away. So anyways, I'm going to go set up your IV and everything, but please let me know if you need anything, and I'm also going to check your IV site on your right arm. There's no redness or swelling, and are you in any pain today? Okay, perfect. Alright, if you start experiencing any pain or noticing any itching or redness at any time during the IV, please let me know so we can discontinue that for you. Okay, I'll be right back. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to go, I have everything set up. I have my primary, secondary chewing, and my primary and secondary medication bags. So I'm just checking the order against the MAR, that is the right patient, the right dose, the right drug, the right route, and the right time, and the right documentation. So I have 0.9% sodium chloride maintenance fluid. It's going to be run at 75 milliliters per hour for this 500 milliliter bag. My medication is already added by the lab on, so the medication is in here, and it's 3.375 grams per 100 milliliter bag. It's the drug Zolsem, an antibiotic. I already went over the implications and side effects with the patient. And the expiration date is 09/2018, so it is good to use, and I've already dated the time and the patient in the room on the back, so everybody knows what it's for. I'm just checking for rips, tears, and clarity on both the bags. Expiration date looks good. Same here. There's no rips or tears. Clarity looks good. There's no particles in the bag, so everything. I'm gonna wash my hands.
So he had a little gloves, and hopefully that will extend his life.
And I have my primary and my secondary tubing and bags. We've already went over all the implications, side effects, the routes, and everything. So I'm gonna take my gloves and maintaining sterility. I'm gonna make sure not to touch too closely and just take this off. Okay. And then with my primary tubing, I'm just gonna take this off and spike it.
Well, I didn't forget. Okay, so then these guys.
While twisting and turning, I'm gonna not get too close to the tubing.
But I don't know that much
so that I
about
don't break the bag.
Okay,
So I'm just gonna twist until I'm all the way in there.
plus a leaf box.
Perfect. And it's already clamped. I clamped it pre-video so that no fluid could come out. Right, and that looks good. Gonna make sure nothing drags on the floor or anything.
And so those need an
So I'm gonna hang my bag
kind of a message from Larinol about that. So
just right here. Okay, I'm hanging the bag, and then it's already clamped. I'm gonna hang on to this. Okay, so it's pretty locked. So I'm just gonna squeeze the bag until the drip chamber is half.
Squeeze the drip chamber.
Squeeze the drip chamber until it's half. So I just squeeze the drip chamber until it's about a third to a half full. That looks good. And then I'm just gonna already locked it, so it's half full. So I'm going to just make sure the lines are entangled and everything, so we don't cause any air bubbles. And then I squeeze the tube, so I'm gonna just prime it. So I'm gonna like slowly unclamp and hang above the bucket until water comes out. And I'm gonna be checking for air bubbles as I go. Alright, so water is dripping out. I'm going to clamp it back up. The water is dripping out, so it's clamped back up, so there are no air bubbles, so we're good. I already had gloves on, so we're just continuing from the primary. So I've already hung that, and I put it below where the secondary bag would go, because due to gravity, we want the secondary medication to run first and then the primary. So my medication's already added, like I stated before, so making sure not to touch the top. I'm going to unscrew this.
We don't have good.
And if at any time revoke sterility, I would
There's a Y
start
right here.
So I'm
This
going
is totally not
to
appropriate.
spike it,
This plugs into
twist,
like
and
the formula bottle.
and turn until
So
it's
I've
all
asked
the
them
way
if you
in.
see a formula bottle.
And again,
use
we've
one, I
already
don't
checked
care,
clarity and
rinse it out.
everything.
Yeah.
And we'll
So I'm just going to
plug it
hang
in here
this
so it's a
the
legitimate
highest
setup.
point. Medication
We have these
added.
bags that you
So
can
it's
see
already
are so
locked.
old as
I
gross.
pre-locked it.
Formulas and
Like adult.
I'm gonna make sure.
Not big
Shoe
comes
fall.
Peppermint
Messed up.
Junior or a different
Okay.
formula that comes in a gel.
Alright, so
because
And it
my
has a spike.
now I'm gonna squeeze the drip chamber.
my
until it's
boyfriend's
a third to a half full.
stepdad is on like total care. He's bed bound
It's
for
getting
most of his life, so
close.
he's. I can
There
see
we go.
what he
So I'm gonna
has.
slowly
something
unclamp, but I want to
used,
make sure
done. When he's done and
she
it's
not
empty,
lose a lot of
don't
medication,
throw
so I'm
the
gonna
little jug away. I'll take
clamp it again as soon
spike
as the
it
fluid comes out, and has
with water
there's
on
no
it,
air
with water
bubbles.
in it.
So everything looks good.
Just
My
so we
gloves
can
are
have
still
the
on,
equipment to put it, so.
and I just want to make
Look at that
sure
blood bag.
to
So good.
clean this. So
But,
I would vigorously
You literally
clean
can't
it.
tell.
Well, it fell
Making
apart,
sure to
so
be
we gotta
sterile,
fix it.
so I
So
would
let's
throw
put
that
that
in
on
the
our list
trash.
today. Let me see if I can fix it.
And then I would
And
take
I have,
this and unscrew it
simulation.
and screw it onto there until it's tightly on there.
So that it'll fit. But
There we go.
many times we encounter students.
And then that's it for connecting the Y tubing. All the airlines are good. There are no bubbles or anything. Everything's half full and ready to go. So in a minute, I'm just gonna set up our IV loading dock and everything. It's above gravity. Everything looks good. No air bubbles, so it's safe for the patient. So now we're going to be setting up the primary and secondary rate, then running the IV. So like I said earlier in the video, we're running 75 milliliters per hour at the volume of 500 milliliters for primary, and secondary is going to be 25 milliliters per hour per 100 volume bag for the secondary. So for primary, I'm just going to set it at 75, and then the volume is going to be 500. Perfect. So as you can see, 75 per 100, and then for this, we're going to do 75 per 100. So then that's how you would do that, and you would press run, and the IV would start with secondary first. All right. Okay. So I've set up your IV, Mr. Sweetheart. So I'll be back every few minutes to check on your IV site, and if you have any of those symptoms, please let me know as soon as possible. Thank you. Have a great day, and I will be back to check on you. Okay. So as soon as I leave the room, I would take off my gloves, and I would wash my hands. And then I would immediately document the time and the medication and all the that I performed the 6 rites and the 3 checks. And just again check on Mr. Sweetheart and make sure he's educated and informed on all the side effects and that he's safe. And if at any time there were air bubbles or anything, I'd come back and fix that. So that is the IV piggyback video. Good? Okay.